Oh man, what's going on? How y'all doing? I wonder, can y'all hear me? Am I coming through good? I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, what's going on? It's Big Dog Barker, the country boy from Memphis, Tennessee. And as y'all can see by today's title, Unraveling the Threads of Manipulation in Relationships. Unraveling the Threads of Manipulation in Relationships. I've told people on many occasions through my shorts, through my pre-records, through my lives, through panels, I'm a piece of shit. I'm a bandit. I'm a Pookie. I'm a Ray Ray. I never denied it. I never denied it. And I always tell people that my bandit behavior is solely based off womanizing. Yeah, I used to do my little thing. I was a street pharmacist at one point in time. I was a thief, breaking in folks' houses, armed rob. I did a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? It's a list. You know what I'm saying? But the number one thing was I'm always a womanizer. Always have been, always will be. You know what I'm saying? It's just in my blood. It's in my DNA. I'm always gonna be a womanizer. Now, I can control it, but I'm always gonna smile in the female face. I'm always gonna talk some little slick shit. That's just me. You know what I'm saying? I'm always gonna say something to make a woman smile. All that type of shit. That's just me. It is what it is. I'm not ashamed of it. It's just that I got to the point now to where it ain't worth jeopardizing my marriage no more. I done rolled the dice a plenty of times with women outside of my marriage, and it's not worth it. And it took me a long time to realize it wasn't worth it when I first was doing the shit. But you live and you learn, you bump your motherfucking head and you keep pushing. But at its core, manipulation is a way to gain power. And so for anybody that read the 48 laws of power, and depending on how you interpret the book, I have heard people say the 48 laws of power is the devil's handbook. It's the psychopath's Bible. So according to people that read it, either you doing it for the best or you doing it for the worst, depending on your situation. And I'm one of them guys that I never vowed to one religion. I never put one religion above the other because I'm like, man, they all tell the same story. They got the same bad guy at the end of the story, but the hero different. Same story though. And I never put one religion above the other. But power is a different religion by itself. Because with power, you have people beneath you, you have people above you, and have people on the same playing field with you. And you move accordingly. I can respect that more than me praying to some sky daddy. And the only way I can see him is when I pass away. Eh, eh. Kind of hard for me to believe them stories. But if you need a little self-motivation, needs a little self-help, you know what I'm saying? That was the Bible for the Quran, whatever you dabble in. It is what it is. Black magic, whoever you pray to, whatever deity you pray to, go right ahead. Me, I like power. And my power has always been emotional manipulation. My power has always been emotional manipulation. My power has always exploiting somebody's feelings, somebody's weaknesses, somebody's just their heart for my gain, for my personal growth, for my financial gains. I always exploited somebody emotionally. I never been ashamed to tell somebody that. It's like, yeah, I will get over on you if it's a possibility. I will manipulate you to get what the hell I want up out of you if it's a possibility. And for a long time, I would play with somebody hard to get what I wanted out of that person. I did that. So I'm always been a piece of shit for that. And it's cool. I don't give a damn. But let me tell you something. Being an emotional manipulator is not all negative. So even though I've been an asshole, a dickhead, whatever you want to call me, to the woman I love, the woman I married, I did emotionally manipulate her a lot of times just to get some type of advantage over her in our relationship. I omitted the truth. I changed perceptions. I lied a lot just so I can gain some type of power over her. Because I done told this so many times is that I couldn't break her. I couldn't financially abuse her because she had a whole family behind her. It wasn't nothing for me to sit there and say, oh, I ain't gonna do this, I ain't gonna do that. And she go get the money, go do it her goddamn self. It was like I couldn't. What good would it me to take money away from the house if she can go get it anyway from her granddad or her grandma? That would have been a waste of a power play. Like if I take money away from the house, she's still gonna go get the money to take care of the bills. That wasn't gonna work. Physical manipulation. I'm 6 feet, 230 pounds. I ain't never been no little nigga. I ain't never been no little nigga. And it's easy for me to walk up on my wife and impose my frame on her. Cause she shot, she 5'5", 5'4", something like that. She short. She short and thick. It's easy for me to stand up above her and literally threaten her if I wanted to. Because she knows she can't whoop me. She knew that. She know that. She knows she couldn't. If I really go into savage mode, she knew she couldn't beat me in no physical fight. She know that. But I didn't want to put my hands on my wife to hurt her to where the worst of the worst can happen to her and I end up in a box or in behind bars. I ain't want to do that either. So it was only one way for me to equal the playing field to get my power back from her in certain situations. Not every situation, because majority of the time I'm spoiled. I get what I want. I get what I want from my wife. I get what I want out of my marriage. So what I was doing wasn't because I wasn't getting what I wanted out of my marriage to my wife. I did what I did because I didn't know how to communicate when we butt heads. And it's kind of hard having one-sided arguments where she's sitting up here voicing her opinion, we done butted heads, and she going out talking about this, that, and the third. I gotta listen to this shit. Then when I want to respond, she already telling me, I already know what you finna say, so there ain't no sense of you saying. I'm like, man, that's kind of irritating. That we supposed to be having some type of communication, and I can't say a word because you are either you don't want to hear it, or you already know what I'm finna say. That was irritating the fuck out of me for a very long time. And me being the type of guy I would when we started dating, I was like, all right, man, that ain't, it would irritate me, but I'm like, all right, I'm gonna let this shit pass. Cause I'm like, she'll be all right. Another Quaalude, she'll call me in the morning. You know what I'm saying? That was the type of guy I was. I'm like, But after so long of just button heads, I was like, you know what? Do I really want to be with this woman or not? This is the whole dating process. Do I really want to be with this woman or not? Because it's obvious that she stubborn. She don't want to listen. She want to say her side of the story. She don't want to hear shit I gotta say. And this before all the allegations, before any of the text messages and late night phone calls. This was just me being me. Me being me being this dude from the hood, me with this hood mentality, me looking at shit from a certain frame, certain point of view, and her with her point of view, and it get to clashing, and she don't understand what I'm saying, and I'm trying to understand what she's saying. There's a lot of head button. And I'm sitting here like, you know what? Do I want to be with her or not? And the positives outweigh the negatives. I did want to be with her. I did love her. I did want to be in a long-term relationship with her. But I couldn't stand the lack of communication between us. And at first, it was me being passive aggressive after an argument. She would walk past me and I look at her and snarl a little bit. She'll be in the kitchen. I'll walk up on her and just put my body up against her, like, slick, doing what I was doing. Like, hey, it is what it is if you're really that tough. You know what I'm saying? You don't want these problems. Just doing a little passive aggressive shit. Just doing a little passive aggressive shit. Then after the passive aggressive shit, it worked a certain time, sometimes it didn't. Then I went to guilt tripping. Oh, I was blaming her for this, that, and the third, trying to make her feel some type of way. It wasn't working. It wasn't working. Cause she like, I said what I said, I'm standing on what I'm standing on. Yeah, there. I couldn't guilt trip. So after all them tactics wasn't working, I said, you know what? This is how I'm gonna get an advantage. This is how I'm gonna even out the playing field. This is how I'm gonna get some power back in this dynamic. I'm gonna fuck off. I'm gonna fuck off. And I said so many times before, I could talk. I got good communication skill with women. For some strange reason, it didn't work with my wife. But it worked for me to get with her. It worked for us to get married. It worked for us to be where we at now. We still together. But when we came to arguing, I didn't have the words. I didn't know what to say. I said I looked at shit. She disagreed. She get the barking and all this, right? And I'm sitting there trying to get my words in, and she shutting the whole conversation down. And I felt some type of way. Guilt tripping didn't work. Passive aggressive didn't work. So I said, I'm just gonna go and do it. So instead of me just saying fuck the whole relationship, cutting her loose because of lack of communication skills, I said, no, I'm gonna keep the relationship. I'm just gonna keep this ace up my sleeve, my power play. I'm gonna go fuck with other women. And it ain't hard in the early 2000s for a 6 foot, 220, 30, 20, I think 20 pound individual at the time. Early 20s, hustling. In a rap group, we doing shows every weekend. Got a job. Kind of handsome. Slick talk. Swag. Pretty smile. It wasn't that hard for me to get a woman to be attracted to me. It wasn't that hard. And I ain't need one to replace her in a relationship. I just need one to replace her for the night. Cause I was that mad at, I'd be that mad at my wife is that I just need something for the night. Something I can just take my frustration out on. Your box is my punching bag right now. And I would get a female. Just first it was females I already knew. First it was females I already knew. I cut off and because I was in a relationship and I was digging her and all that type of shit. Then some out the blue I call them and they be like, nigga, what you want? I get to talking my shit, get to talking real slick. Nah, you done cut me off for the little chick. You know what I'm saying? You don't fuck with me no more. You fuck with her. And get to run in my mouth some more and shit like that. Playing with their emotions. You know what I'm saying? Telling them the truth and lying at the same time. I'm telling them what going on. Yeah, me and Shoutin got into it. Me and Shoutin and did woo, 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 woo. But you know what I'm saying? I still, I'm still digging you. I still feel, you know what I'm saying? Did that in the third. You want to come over? Sure. Let me go and crank this shit up and get on over there. You know what I'm saying? I just need you for a couple of minutes. I don't need you for a couple of months. I need you for a few minutes. That was going through my head. Get over to chick house and talk a little bit more shit and everything, man. I'm beating that box up, getting all my frustrations out. Busting nothing going on about my business. Then get back around my girlfriend and shit start getting crazy. The female I just got through talking to want to call, want to text and all that type of shit. And I'm trying to play like I ain't did nothing and did that and the third. Then once my girlfriend, my girlfriend, she was my girlfriend at the time, when she found out that there's another chick calling my phone and blowing my phone up and she like this, man, I don't know nothing about that, bro. I don't know what you talking about. I ain't talking to that hoe no more. Yeah. Just trying to change everything up. Because I know I done did what I done did. Changing this and omitting the truth and changing the perception, changing the reality, just doing what I'm doing. And somehow, some way, we get past it. Trust a little bit fucked up, but we get past it. And doing this shit over and over and over and over again, year in, year out, doing the same shit over and over again. Trust getting fucked up, emotions getting fucked up, all that type of shit. All because of lack of communication. So over the years, we had to put ourselves through therapy. We weren't finna spend no money on somebody to tell either one of us what our problem was. We knew what the problem was. We didn't know how to talk to each other. We knew how to pay bills. We knew how to raise kids. We know how to have sex. We knew how to do all the type of stuff. We knew how to do everything that any normal couple knew how to do. With any family, any man and a woman that got a family knew how to do except talk to each other. We knew how to do any and everything involved in the family except really communicate with each other. And that was the main reason I was doing the things I was doing. That was the main reason I was the emotional manipulator in my marriage. Because I needed that power. I needed that power, not all the time. But when them times we had disagreements because we didn't know how to talk to each other, I needed that power back. You wasn't finna have a one-sided argument with me and expect for me to sit there and take it. You weren't finna have a one-sided argument with me and expect for me to deal with it. Just deal with it. No, 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 no. I'm a petty motherfucker at times. No, 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 no. You're not going to have one-sided arguments with me and expect for me to still pay bills. Expect for me to still raise the kids. Expect for me to come home from work and cook, rub your feet, do all the things I'm supposed to do as a man in my house. And I can't have a decent conversation with you without letting you control the conversation, without letting you win the argument or whatever the case may be. I have to sit there and be quiet. I have to sit there and take these verbal ass whoopings and just sit there and take it. I have to take it. I have to take verbal ass whoopings. My mama didn't give me verbal ass whoopings. Now, if I deserve to get cussed at, if I deserve to get scolded as a child, she would do that. My mama would do that. My grandmama would do that. My great grandmama would scold me if it was warranted. If I did something that needed to be talked about, they talked about it. They called me, well, they didn't call me out my name, but they told me I was wrong. And you want to sit up here and argue with me, you want to call me all type of wrong because I disagree with you. And I had to sit there and take it. My mama never did me like that. So I was be damned if I'm gonna let a woman that didn't raise me, didn't birth me, didn't have nothing to do with my upbringing, tell me to sit there and take this verbal ass whooping and don't do nothing. That's like me getting into a fight with somebody and don't throw a punch. Just let them beat on me with a smile on my face. Wasn't finna happen. But like I said, I had to do my deductive reason. I had to find out what was the best way to equal that out. And it was what it was. It was what it was. I did what I did. I did what I did. Now, the funny thing about manipulation is that even though I did what I did for a very long time, and I hate that I did what I did, but it was a lack of my communication skills with my wife. The funny thing about it is that on the outside world, outside my four walls, I call a house. My communication skills is A1. I've been called a leader or had leadership skills damn near everywhere I've been. In school, in work, coaching. Oh, I'm 100% the truth. My communication skills are A1 because I give it to them like they give it to me. I give it to them raw. I've been told so many times by teachers, you got really good leadership skills. You got real good communication skills. I've been told by bosses, supervisors, oh, you can lead a team. We can put together a team for you to lead because you know how to communicate with people. I coached middle school and high school age boys. Hood boys in the hood, toting pistols and packs in basketball games without a problem. And the same manipulative tactics I used on my wife, on my girlfriend, the same omission of truth, the same manipulating reality, the same of making somebody look at shit a certain motherfucking way. I did that in school, in work, coaching basketball, and I was considered a great communicator. I was considered a great leader. Now, that's funny is that on one end of the spectrum, I'm a piece of shit for manipulating, trying to get my motherfucking way. Then on the other end of the spectrum, I'm a great leader for my manipulative tactics. Ain't that funny? That's real crazy that on one end, I'm a piece of shit because of the things I said and the things I did to try to gain some type of advantage in my relationship with my wife. And I use the same tactics in a job and be patted on the back for being a good leader. That's crazy. That's crazy for you to do the same shit and have two different outcomes. That's crazy. Because as a leader in work, I can sit here and tell somebody this, that, and the third. And I already know that some of you individuals finna get fired. But I can't tell you finna get fired because we have a deadline. We gotta get a certain amount of numbers and a certain amount of hours. And I need all you motherfuckers to put in the work to get this deadline. And after we get the quota met, I had to let some of you motherfuckers go. What's going on, Rod Will? Make you a moderator right fast. But that's crazy that I know some of you motherfuckers finna get fired, and yet and still I have to use some. I have to use the same people I gotta fire to help me reach a deadline for my own personal benefit, for my own financial gain. That I have to use the same individuals I gotta get rid of. I have to tell them whatever I got to tell them to make them feel good, to make them feel like what I'm saying is the truth, just to meet a deadline. And after I reach this deadline, I got to get rid of them. All the hee and the hawing and all the patting them on the back. Oh, good job, my guy. Woo, 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 woo. Telling them everything they need to hear to keep them pumping, to keep them pushing. As soon as I meet the quota, well, let me pull you to the side. Let me holler at you for a minute. Well, man, it was nice working with you, but I gotta let you go, man. Company making cutbacks and layoffs and all that bullshit. And to look at some of these individual faces like, damn, I did all that work just for you to fire me at the end. I'm like, hey, life sucks, but it's reality. You coming at me like we was all cool and shit like that, like, bro, I ain't had nothing to do with it. I'm just a supervisor. Now, if I would have told you I was gonna fire you after you got through getting this number, meeting this quota, would you have pushed this hard? Would you have reached the quota? Would you have did what I needed you to do to get the numbers? Chances are you wouldn't if you already knew ahead of time I was finna fire you. Chances are you wouldn't have went hard for me if I would have told you the truth in the beginning. You would have found a way to ass drag. You would have found a way to bullshit me. And you wouldn't have gave a fuck if I fired you when you were bullshitting because you already knew it was coming anyway. You probably would have walked out as soon as I told you. So I had to manipulate you to get you to do what I needed you to do. So I can give me a little pay raise. So I can move up another notch on the ladder. I had to do what I had to do just to get that. It ain't right. It ain't fair. But it's manipulation. And manipulation is power. And I just said it. I believe in power. When I coach basketball, you think I ain't tell my players what they need to hear to go get the dub? You think I didn't sit there in them huddles and in practices telling them what they needed to hear to get them pumped up for a game? Just so I can get the win. Just so I can be looked at as a great coach. And possibly move on to another organization after I win so many games here. Leaving middle school age, and high school age boys behind to get a promotion in another organization. You see it every day in college. You see it every day in the pros. And you see college coaches go inside these parents' homes, talking to these 5-star, 4-star, whatever star athletes, making all the promises in the world of playing time. Ain't nobody gonna be at your position. Whatever the promises they make it to these individuals, get them on campus, whether football or basketball. Get them on campus just to have somebody competing with them at their spot. Best man win. Oh, I ain't tell you about that part. Hey, Tierney. Hey, Tierney. I miss you, baby. I miss you. Come on home. I miss you. I miss all that feisty shit. I miss that. I miss that. You right. I can't see. You right. I can't see. I miss you though. I can't see. But if you put that pretty smile in my face, I see all that sunshine cheering. But yeah, college coaches do this every day. Every recruiting season, they go get the best of the best football players, the best of the best basketball players, bring them on campus and have another player in their position. Why you think the transfer portal so popping? Why you think the transfer portal popping? Because you done told me this, that, and the third to get me on your team, and I still got to fight for playing time. But you promised me playing time. You promised me playing time, and then I get to campus and I got to fight 2 or 3 other guys just to get a few snaps, just to get 5-10 minutes in a game. But you did what you had to do because you needed the dubs. You did what you had to do so you can get more money. You did what you had to do because you want to go to another school. What's up, Josh? Josh, you is a moderator now. You know what I'm saying? But you did what you had to do to get what you needed to get. Whether it be money, whether it be fame, whatever the case may be, you didn't give a fuck about them kids. You gave a fuck about them enough to get what you needed out of them. And once you got what you needed, you left them high and dry when somebody came through with a better offer. You left them high and dry when a better offer came through. Now it just so happened you could take them to another school if you want to, but the majority of them don't go to the same school you going to now. They go to another school. They go to their second or third choice because you convinced them to come to you. And you done left them. But you really didn't care. You did what you had to do. So manipulation, what is in a relationship, personal relationship, or will be in a relationship, it is what it is. The communication part of manipulation is what gets a motherfucker fucked up. The communication is what get individuals fucked up. And in most cases, we're talking to individuals to their heart. We're trying to talk to them to pull their heartstring. We're trying to talk to the individual, make them feel some type of way, so we can get them to do what we need them to do. And then when we get them to do what we need them to do, guess what we do with them? We throw them away. We throw them away, or we keep them around long enough so we can do it again. That's the reality of manipulation in relationships. That's why when I hear a lot of guys talking and saying they can't get through to women, they can't get this and this, that, and the third out of women, I'm like, you don't know how to talk to them. You don't know how to communicate. You don't know what to say to them to get them to do the things you want them to do. That's basically what it is. You have no communication skills. You have no way to manipulate a woman, because a woman can manipulate a man just by having a pretty smile and their right tyranny. A woman can manipulate a man just by having long legs, a big chest, a round butt, small waist. They ain't got to run their mouth too much to manipulate no man. All they got to do is look a certain way. But in order for us to manipulate a woman, you got to be able to talk to them. You got to be able to tell them pretty little lies. You got to be able to make them feel some type of way. You got to be able to blow smoke up their ass so they can just walk around the house doing this, that, and the third. Walking around cooking your favorite food in a birthday suit. You got to manipulate them. You got to make them feel good. You got to make them feel good. And it might go against man nature. Cause we logical. It's like, why would I do all that? Why she just can't do what I say? Because she a woman. What better reason than that she a woman? She gonna move how she want to move. You gotta convince her that the way she moving is wrong for both of y'all. You gotta convince her the way she moving is wrong for both of y'all. You can't do it. You don't have the communication skills. You're not willing to dig deep into that bag of tricks that you supposed to have as a logical individual. If women are emotional creatures, why you ain't playing the emotional games with them? Why you can't keep them off balance? Because they keep you off balance with their emotions. Why you can't play the game with them? You don't want to play the game. You just want them to give up being women. You want them to just let you dominate them with your great mind. And everything you say is right. And all this right here, and then you get upset when they don't comply. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. And that's why they single, of course, Josh. But like I said, communication is the key. And even on both sides of the spectrum, whether it's a personal relationship, work relationship, sports, whatever the case may be, you got to be able to communicate them. And they got to be able to trust you. Now, mind you, the same shit I did to hurt my wife feelings, for her to lose trust in me at times, it's the same thing that had my basketball players trusting me, that had my workers trusting me, my employees trusting me. They trusted me. Even with the thought of me leaving for something better, they trusted me. My wife didn't trust me. And I'm doing the same tactics on both ends. Because I'm supposed to be all in with her. I'm around here doing other things with other women. I'm all in with these individuals, and they knowing is an opposite. They knowing I'm all in on them, and they knowing there's a chance for him to go somewhere else. But we trust him enough to do what he got to do. We trust him enough to lead us to where we need to lead him to. That's crazy. That's crazy. We sitting up here, when you talking about trust, it's like, bro, what do you do to put her in a position for her to distrust you? Because chances are the same shit you did to her, for her to make you untrustworthy, is the same shit you did over here to where everybody put their trust in the palm of your hands. Manipulation. Manipulation. What I'm doing is for the better of the good. And on the same end, what I'm doing is the worst of the worst. But it's the same shit. It's the same shit. I have 10 to 12 boys on my basketball team. Trust me, knowing that I ain't gonna use all 12 of y'all. Knowing some of y'all gonna be crying because I ain't put you in the game. Knowing I ain't gonna give you the ball. You know all of this, and you still come to practice. Knowing that I damn near don't need you, but you still come to practice. Just on the basis that I trust coach enough that when he need me, I'm gonna be there for him. And I done talk so crazy to you, I done made you run so many laps, I done made you go through so many drills, and you still come to practice. That's because you trust what I'm saying that is gonna help you win. You trust that what I'm doing gonna put you in a better position. Not only on the basketball court, but in life. Josh, when I was coaching, I ain't coaching right now, but when I was coaching, it was middle school and high school age boys. So anywhere between 12 to 16, 17. Yeah, like, and it was boys that was in my neighborhood that just wanted to play basketball. They couldn't make the middle school team. They couldn't make the high school team for whatever reasons. Now I would just take them and, like, you know what, I just go and build a team so we can, do a little something, give y'all something to do, stay out the streets and all that right there, And it was what it was. But I had boys that didn't get playing time that trusted me. Knowing I wasn't gonna keep them around, knowing I wasn't gonna put them in the game, knowing I was this, that, and the third, they trusted me though. Cause like, we want to win, coach. We want to win, coach. We want to win, coach. They couldn't even play. They just want to win. I had employees up under me that trusted me to put them in the right position to get the promotion, to get the pizza party that was promised. You know what I'm saying? They trusted me. Even though they knew I would get on their head. Even though they knew I would talk crazy to their ass. I'm like, bruh, what are you doing? You fucking up the business. You talking about you want these Papa Johns. You talking about you want these folks to spend X amount of dollars on a piece of party to celebrate your good work, and you playing. And you want me to go to bat for you? You want me to go to bat to these individuals and tell them to spend X amount of dollars on a party for y'all? And y'all bullshitting? I better not do it. I need y'all to bust your ass. I want to go back to my boss telling them good things about y'all so y'all can get what the hell y'all want. So I can get what the hell I want. Trust me that I'm gonna do what's right for you. Cause me doing right by you and me doing right by me too. I'm gonna get what I want. Even if that means I'm gonna leave your ass in the dust after I get you what you want. Even if I get you what you want, I might still leave your ass in the dust. You gonna be mad because I left you in the dust? Or you gonna be happy I got you what you wanted before I left? And it's funny that the same way I did that, the same way my wife was like, is you happy that I'm giving you what you wanted? Or are you mad that I left? Are you mad because I did this, that, and the third? All this shit go back to power. All this shit go back to power. If you ain't read the 48 laws of power by now, you slipping. Cause the truth of the matter is the 48 laws of power ain't number common sense. Some of the out of the 48 laws of power, I guarantee by the time you pick that book up, you didn't already did half of them and didn't even know you did half of them. I guarantee that. By the time you pick up that book by Robert Greene, by the time you read 1 through 4, that you're gonna realize you did half of them before you picked up the book. The majority of people operate in power now and don't even know they're operating in power. Self-preservation, survivalists, doomsday preppers, whatever the case may be, thoughts, businessmen, athletes, Mother Teresa, the Pope, the pastors and the peas. Damn near everybody you come across in life operate out power. They call it religion, they call it politics, they call it Bloods and Crips. They call it whatever they want to call it, but the majority of it, everybody operating in power. I'm working on it, Josh. It's a grind. It's a grind. I just had to go back to what I know about the music business and trying to make money on the block. You know what I'm saying? That's why you see the growth you see right now, Josh. It's growing and I appreciate it. But like I said, I had to change up my mind frame. I had to do what I know how to do in order for the subscriber count to grow a little bit. But Sharon Brayson, my guy, what going on, man? Let me make you a moderator. I don't know. Should I give you a small wrench or a big wrench? I'll give you a big wrench. I like you. I like you. I like you. SBG, I could deal with some of your solutions, Sharon. I could deal with some of your talking points, Sharon. I really can. But some of them individuals be on your panel, you know what I'm saying? They be with the shit. You know what I'm saying? But overall, I did with Sharon Bracey. If y'all not subscribed to Sharon Bracey channel, the SBG game, please go over there and subscribe to my guy. He has a unique perspective of life. He ain't got time for the remedial rhetoric. You know what I'm saying? So if you're not subscribed to Sharon Bracey, please subscribe to him. But yeah, everybody move in power. They call it what they want to call it. No problem, Sharon. Everybody move in power. Manipulation ain't nothing but power. What are you doing it for the worst of the worst, or you doing it for the best of the best? Manipulation is power when everybody want a piece of power. Everybody want that. Everybody had that lust for power. Everybody had that lust for power. You feel what I'm saying? And anybody that tell you differently is a liar. Everybody want to be able to step on somebody. Everybody want to be able to get over on somebody, whether for it's the better or the worse of the situation. Just like my guy Sharon Bracy. I don't know if he owned the construction company, but I know he in the construction. What's going on, Rob B? Rob B, again. I love Rob B. I love her point of view. I give you a big wrench too, Rob B. Rob B. Privilege, you not subscribed to this lady, man. Y'all missing out on some real good information. This woman right here, she got a point of view that y'all can't knock. You know what I'm saying? I love that New York. She got that New York South accent up. You know what I'm saying? She from the Bronx. I guess she from the Bronx. If I'm mistaken, I know she from New York. But you know what I'm saying? She down here in the South. She enjoying this southern living. You know what I'm saying? But please subscribe to that lady. If y'all not subscribed to that lady, she gonna give y'all some real shit. The butterfly progressive. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, there's plenty of people that move in power. They call it what they want to call it. It's manipulation. They try and get what they want. No matter how good the shit look in that pretty bag, it's manipulation. Like I said, you're gonna do what you gotta do to get what you want. You're gonna say what you gotta say to get what you want out of these individuals. Even if you mean every word of it, even if you being the realest in the room, you got a bigger plan behind all that conversation. You're not just gonna sit there and not get over on somebody. You not gonna. That's just like when dudes be getting mad calling women gold diggers. It's like they ain't do nothing. You the one that gave them the opportunity to get money out your wallet. All she did was look pretty. And I just said not too long ago, she ain't had to say shit. All she had to do was fit the category of what you like in a woman, and you gonna break bread with her. That's manipulation, if you want to call it. That's manipulation, if you want to call it. But guess what? You want to call her a gold digger? You want to say she finessed you? I'm like, bro, she ain't do shit but smile and you broke bread. You call it manipulation you want to, but she took it like nigga, you put money in my pocket, what you think I'm gonna do with it? Not spend it? You want me to give it back to you? You'll laugh. Have you ever thought about when you in church and you listen to the pastor preaching and they pass that pretty little plate or that basket around 30 times in service? The church need new windows, the light bill need to be paid. We trying to plan the youth picnic or whatever the case may be. We need these donations. And you willingly donate. And then the minute your phone bill can't get paid or you behind on your car note, you go back to the pastor and say, can you get your money back? Well, we're going to let God handle that. Is that not power? Is that not manipulation? Is that not what people do? Is that not what people do? And yet and still we always complain about it and like, bro, we all do it. We're all manipulators. One of my favorite movies, The Dark Knight, when the Joker was talking to Batman in the interrogation room, he was basically telling him, like, look, bro, everybody a schemer. Everybody got plans. Everybody got their little ideas. Everybody want to do what they want to do. And the minute they get what they want out of you, guess what they do to you? They throw you away. The minute they get what they want out of you, they throw you away. And we all do it. We all do it. We all guilty of it. We all guilty of playing with somebody's feelings. It's easy to play with somebody's feelings because we all guilty of it. We all know we can play on somebody's heartstrings for whatever reason. When you go out there Christmas time and you see that red bucket and Santa Claus out there with that bell, ringing that bell, that's the Salvation Army playing on your heartstrings. Red Cross, when some big disaster happened, that's them playing on your heartstrings. Back in the day, what is it, Africa? Feed the children. Every year you have Sally Struthers or some celebrity up there talking about the kids only on $4. You can feed a family of 4 with $5. But yet every year you come to ask me for more and more money. And you ain't fed them kids yet. You ain't fed them kids yet. When the truth of the matter is, you can get Bill Gates, Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg, Oprah Winfrey. You can get all these billionaires together and feed Africa by yourself. And still got millions to play with. But yet still y'all asking me, the average nigga, to put money in y'all pocket to feed kids y'all could have been fed. Yeah. So like I said, we're all schemers. We're all manipulators. We're all grifters in some shape, form, or fashion. We just don't want to admit this shit. It's cool. You can hide it behind whatever cause you want to hide it behind. I do too. I do too. That's why I don't give a fuck about what nan individual in real life or YouTube had to say about me. I'm be the first one to admit it. I'm a piece of shit. I'm a whole dickhead. I'm a whole asshole. That once I get past that part, do the shit I say make sense to you or it don't? Regardless of what I am, what I say makes sense. And after me and you have our little discussions, whether it be on a panel, whether it be face to face, whatever the case may be, you're gonna sit there and say, yeah, he a dickhead. He a whole fucking jerk. But he told the motherfucking truth. He ain't gonna lie to you. He ain't gonna lie to you. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna hold y'all good people too long. You know what I'm saying? I don't come up here. I don't need 4-5 hours to get my point across. All I need is an hour of your time. I appreciate all those that drop by. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate the time y'all spend with me. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to grow. So please support the channel if you can. You know what I'm saying? Check out my shows. Check out my pre-records. And I'll get with y'all good people in another time. Thank you for coming back. Holla at y'all.